UKVI interview questions. If you are watching this video and you know someone is having an interview soon, maybe Precas or UKVI interview, please share them this video for them to see. Thank you. This is First Lady Sarah. I recently posted a video about myself and it went viral and people are asking me, what question did you ask you? What question were you asked? So this video is for the UKVI interview questions. Make sure you press the follow button. Follow, yes, you follow. All right, let's get into it. Now, first of all, you should understand that Precast interview and UKVI interview, they are similar. The question might be the same, but the respond might not be the same. Also, the UKVI interview are organized by the embassy themselves, while Precast is for school. So for the school. So let's go into it. So note that this interview might take up to 90 minutes. That is from 25 minutes to 90 minutes, depending on how your interviewer answer you on time. So when he asks you a question or she asks you a question, the way you responded determine how fast your interview will finish. So the question they will ask, first of all, you'll do a background check. A background check where you take your laptop or your video camera to video around the house so that they check if no one is with you or maybe you are not reading anything or seeing anything. So you will do a background check. Number two, they'll ask you for your name and your ID card. You'll hold your passport, your international passport, where you will show them your passport. So they will know, so that you'll not be helping another person to do the interview. So you will show them your passport. That is number two. And they'll ask you about yourself. They'll ask you about yourself. So you have to say briefly things about yourself. Now let's get into the questions. The first question they ask is, have you applied to UK before? This question is a straightforward question. If you applied, you have to say the truth. When they're asking you anything, you have to be sincere because they can check on their system and detect if you have applied before or not. So you tell them yes or you tell them no. And if it's yes and you have been refused, you give them reasons why you'll be refused. The second question here is, do you have any refusal from other countries? If you have any refusal from other countries, remember that this embassy share data. So you have to tell them the truth. If you have Canada maybe twice, US twice, you tell them, you let them know you have to be plain. Even though you remember that you fill the form, so they see everything, they just want to hear it from your mouth. Now the third question they will ask is, do you search other countries for your study? They are telling you, they are asking, they want to see if you did your research in another country, or maybe you just follow the crowd. So in this kind of question, you have to answer very well. Now the next question here is, why did you choose UK, not Canada? That question is common. Why did you choose your country, not Canada? You should know that one thing about UK is they love praises. You have to let them know. You have to give them the best answer. This answer is very tricky. Yes, because I know you want to be like, Canada is cold, UK weather is not cold, and think I like that kind of weather. I can survive there. The next question that will follow that statement is, how does the coldness affect your studies? So you have to be very smart in answering this kind of questions. You have to be super, super smart in answering this kind of questions because if you're not careful, what you say will generate another question from you. If you tell them that UK offer a short course, yes, true, they offer a short course, one year. Canada will offer 1 year masters. So they'll still tell you, why don't you go there? So you have to be very smart and intelligent answering this kind of questions. The next question here is, why did you choose this course? You should understand that you should understand your course modus and how it should be assessed. You have to understand how the course relates to your former course and how it will benefit you in future. Why did you choose the course? Did you just choose the course randomly? What vision, what mission, what's your future goal on this course? So you have to discuss a lot of brief things about this course. You have to go deeper for this course. Then the next question is, what is your course module and how will it be assessed? When you go to your school website, your course modules, you will see it there, the website and the course, you will see it there. And how it will be assessed. You know, there are different type of assess. If you are going for MRS courses, you know, MRS is the research course. So some MRS courses you do a lot of research proposal, you do a lot of interview. So that one is different from your other course. So you have to understand the way the course, how it will be assessed. How much will you pay for your tuition fee? So you have to let them know the total amount, your deposit, and the remaining balance, everything. Yes. And also the next question here is, have you searched for any accommodation? If you have searched for any accommodation, or maybe you tell them if you want to stay in school, campus or outside school, if you have somebody in UK you want to stay with, so you let them know about your accommodation plan. Will you work while study? So first of all, this question is very tricky because you already told them you have money in your account. So why are you working while study? Though you can hide it and let them know that you are, if you have the opportunity for UK experience. So it's not a bad thing. But just know how you answer this question too. It's a tricky question. Your life goal. They want to know your ambition. They want to know your vision. They want to know what you want to do in life. They want to know about what your desire. That's your life goal. They will ask you what is your life goal, what you want to do. You know, this kind of question is very tricky. Your life goal what you want to achieve after you finish your course. Maybe you want to stay in their country or you want to come back to your country. So you should know how you answer this. Who's sponsoring your studies? Your sponsor is very, very important. You have to know who is sponsoring your studies. If you are the one, if it's self-sponsored, if it's your family, if it's your spouse, if it's that you sold something to sponsor yourself, you have to explain this kind of thing in details. Okay, the next question is why MRS, not MSc? So you have to understand that if you're going for a research, they'll ask you why MRS, why not MSc? Why don't you go for a self-taught? Why do you go for a research course? So you have to tell them why you love research, why the reason why you chose a particular masters. You have to explain to them and give it to them. Another question they will ask you is your research topic. If you are going for MRS, it's a research course, so they'll ask you if you've done a lot of research, and they'll ask you about your topic, the project you want to work on. So they are going to ask you about that. Where you work and your role. You are going to explain where you work and what you do in your working place, and make sure it relates perfectly with your masters or what you want to go and do. Yes, so it have to relate your masters. Yes, so they'll ask you about that. Why did you choose this university? Why not other university? This question is very, very tricky. It carries most of what you want to say. Why did you choose Hastings University? Why not University of Putin? Why did you choose University of British Station? Why not University of Hertfordshire? So you have to tell them why you chose your university. You will search your university course, your facilities, your campus, use a lot of things. That thing that make that school unique, that make that school specific, that make that school enticing. UK used to award their universities. So you have to say a lot of things about the school. What make your school so different from others? The location, anything that you can say. You have to this particular question is they have this the focus is focus it's focus oriented. So they will ask much question about it. So you have to tell them why you chose this investing, why this or why not. And one thing about this is when you are answering this question, you have to go with comparison. As you're comparing your school, you compare it to others. You let them know the advantages this school has over the other one. That's why you don't go for it. So you have to do that. Do you have any study gap? If you know you have finished your bachelor since maybe 2025, 2005, 2004, 2000, like if you have study gap, you can ask you to explain what you've been doing during this period. They'll ask you to explain about it, what you've been doing during this period. Now they'll ask you about your future goal, what you want to do in your future. What's your future goal? Where you go? Are you going to stay in the country or you come back to your own country? What do you want to? That course you learn. How is it going to help your future goal? Like, what are the things you will do in your future after you finish this course? And also they will confirm your email address. There are some agents when they start working with students, they will open an email for the student and they'll be the one in charge of that email. So another thing they will ask you is your agent's name. So you have to know your agent. If it's a self application, if you are doing it yourself or you're using an agent, it's not an issue. If you tell them you're using an agent, it's not a problem. And they'll ask you about your email, if the email is created by an agent or is created by you. And also they'll ask you, are you happy about this interview? Oh my goodness, like, how do you expect me to be happy? But they interviewed me. But guess what? You have to say yes. They'll ask you how you are feeling after and before the interview. They'll ask you if you're happy, and they'll tell you to keep your eyes on your email for further instruction. Sometimes after the interview, they requested for additional document, while sometimes they don't. And after that, they'll tell you that, do you have any question? You say no, or if you have a question, you ask. Then they'll ask you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share this video to the right audience or someone that needs it. So I actually have a PDF file here where I combine all the questions and the answer together, where you have varieties of answer for you to be able to answer the questions. I wish during my time I have someone to do this for me. I won't be able to have that issue I had with my interview. So if you know you are interested in this question and answer PDF file that I created, all you just have to do is send me a DM. And when you send me a DM, don't say hi, hello. Just say, please, I need the interview question and answer. Put answer, because if you put question, I'll only send you the question. And please don't forget to follow our page. Thank you for watching. And some of you, they are gossiping about me, sending my video, saying, maybe her document is something. Let me tell you, this thing it's not by power, it's by the grace of God. You should understand that. UKVI have started changing their system. They're kind of being strict this year because they are filtering education. They are filtering education, so they don't want to. They're trying to reduce the crowd. So it's not about documents. I can't submit fake documents. It's not possible. I can't do that. I have all my documents. I'm a graduate. I have a lot of things to prove. All my things. What do you want to submit that's fake? Is it the POF that they called bank to confirm? Is it a document that is your certificate that is original or your marriage? Or what do they want to lie? Like, no, it's not. So it's not possible. So I think this year they're trying to filter, because most people that they deny this year is the same reason. interview. So that interview, when they started this beginning of this year, within that June, August, they were nice. But you see, when they started entering September, October, they were between October, September, they were kind of strict with the interview. So they're trying to take people away, filter education because of the new immigration rules and the COS stuff. So when you see an opportunity, don't think it's because you are perfect or anything. Do you understand? So when you send me a team, I'm going to send you the has created that. This is a PDF file. You can see it. PDF file that is created. So you don't have to stress yourself when you're looking for the question. And it's free. You're not paying any money to me. So it has different answers. One question, 5 answers. So that when it's your own time, you should be able to say good thing to UKVI. That your application to be embassy will definitely be approved in the name of Jesus. Thank you for watching. Follow me. Follow me or else I'll come and meet you inside your dream. Bye.